Hi class, today we are going to finish up our Emotion Waves stained glass project by adding the Sharpie. So for today you're going to need your project, which should be freshly painted, and a Sharpie. You want to make sure that your project is entirely dry. You do not want any part of it to be wet. As you can see, this is the finished product. And I'm just going to show you guys a little bit on the color and a little bit on the white as well, so you can see. So every one of your spaces within each Emotion Wave is going to have a combination of different colors, and they're going to rotate. You try to keep the same colors from being directly next to each other. So whenever you find, in order to create this stained glass effect, whenever you find a spot that crosses, like here, you're going to add a little bit of thickness in that way on both sides. And then we're going to taper down. And the reason I'm going to show you guys on the white is because I feel like it's a little easier to see. So let's come over here to Angry. As you can see right here, we have crossing lines. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to start this way first. I'm going to start by following that line and then coming back in and just thickening just where the edge meets. I'm not making the whole line thick. If you notice, this is just a little bit thicker, and then it tapers down. Remember, we talked about tapering here recently. And then I'm going to do the same this way. So I'm going to follow this line out this way. And I'm going to come back, and right where the lines meet, I'm going to make that section just a little thicker, add a little thickness. We'll do the same here, where these lines meet. We're going to follow around with a Sharpie, and then we're going to come back and we're going to make the sections on both sides. If you notice, it thickens on both sides where the lines meet. And then we'll do the same when it goes across. So right here, we're going to follow around with our Sharpie, and we're going to come back and we're going to make that little meeting spot right there just a little bit thicker, and then taper down. And then the same this way. Just a little bit of thickness. And then we're going to follow along. And I have nice new Sharpies for you guys. This is kind of an older Sharpie, so I have to go back over. But this would look about like this. And like I said, you only want to do this when it's dry, because otherwise it's just going to smudge. And then if you notice, it meets down here. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to follow it around with the curve of the line, and I'm going to come back up, and right where it meets, I'm going to make it a little thicker. Same the other direction, where it tapers down, and then I'm going to do the same this way. Okay, thicken it right up there. And you guys can see the difference. You can see a little bit of thickness where it crosses. And you're going to do that, like I said, every single place it meets. So this is going to take a little bit of time, especially when you get up to happiness, because you've got a lot here. You've got here, every single place that it crosses. You're going to take and add a little bit of thickness. And I'm just making these marks so you know where to go. There, I mean, every place, every single place. And it's going to get to the point where it's tiny, so you're going to need to be very careful. So here, I would come down, probably line up both sides, and just add a little bit of thickness. There, and there, and there. And then you're going to just go in until we get here, add a little bit of thickness. And make sure it transitions. Make sure it comes back in to that line and tapers. So every single place, I've got here, everywhere it crosses. And of course, as always, if you guys need any help at all, feel free to ask me. I can help and show you where on your own paper you're going to need to add that little bit of thickness in order to create that stained glass effect. There's going to be a lot of places, lots and lots and lots of places that you're going to come back through you're going to create that little bit of thickness that tapers down, just like that. Okay, and by the time you are done, if you guys notice, it's going to look like this. And you may need to go back in, because even I saw earlier, there was a spot I missed. I don't know if I can find it again, right here. I missed that spot right there. Let's see. You may need to go back and just double check and make sure you get all your spots in order to create that stained glass effect. And that's it.